for the promo I'm doing would be Dragon Empire. The promo that is called Blazing Spear Dragon, and I believe it's best used in the Eugene deck. Eugene, because of the amount of retiring that the deck can do and help to get its skill. Speaking of its skill, what it does is that auto when it's placed, units placed on rear, if your opponent has no units in the same column as unit, kind of blast one, this unit gets 10k. So right off the bat, I noticed that this is one of the few grade 2s in all of overdress set 1, at least in Dragon Empire, that can reach 20k on its own. So I think that's pretty impressive. It's really above average because most grade 2s can only get as much as 15k. The only other grade 2, at least in Dragon Empire, I think that can reach 20k at grade 2 is Verena when it's overdressed, but other than that, that's it. And one of my first thoughts of doing it on when going second or on grade 3 is that because it'll get 20k when it's placed in the rear with no units in the same column on your opponent's side, it can reach magic numbers of 28k. And swinging on a grade 3, such as Magnolia, you'll be able to force them to guard with more than one card, because generally they would have to guard with 15, but because it's exactly 15, it requires 2 cards, unless over trigger, of course. So I thought that was a cool perk. Another thing is that when using this card, you should for sure on the opponent's turn after you play this card and use its skill, you should intercept with it. So you should intercept with it because it's kind of useless. Like if you don't intercept with it back on your turn, you'll have like a 10k vanilla. So it should be used right away so it can be replaced by another card in your hand for a bigger front line, probably a 15k or a grade 3 like Tribash, something like that. And then another cool perk is that when it goes second, say we're fighting Magnolia and we're going against Lattice. When you play this, when you're going second and you have like another attacker, say, or I guess Randor. Basically, you can attack with Randor and say they get a defensive trigger and the Lattice gets 10k and now it's 20k. The unique thing, the cool thing about Blazing Spear Dragon is that because it gets 10k, it'll match the opponent's grade 2 Vanguard numbers at 20k to 20k, making it hit and force them to guard, to make the decision of trying to guard that or not. So I thought that was really cool. And then another thing I want to touch on is some of the cons. Some of the cons of this card is that it is for sure, the card is dead if each of your opponent's columns have an ability that can't be chosen, such as like Fasado or like multiple Trick Stars. Your Eugene or your cards that retire from Eugene and Dragon Empire can't hit it, so you're gonna have to be forced to attack into it, which is not the worst thing, but like it does slow you down a little bit. I personally used 3 copies of Blazing Spear Dragon and took out Randor because I believe Blazing Spear Dragon is a stronger card. They both get an increase in power and use Counter Blast. However, Rancard Soul Charges one. The Soul Charge one to me is not that great, as it looks like a quicker way to deck out as you go through the deck very fast, especially with Eugene's axe skill of calling cards from the top of the deck. That and the amount of drawing, drive checking, damage checking, and soul charging that goes on. With that, this concludes my review on the Dragon Empire promo from Special Fight Pack Vol.1. I plan to post daily, so be sure to look out for that on my upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and check out my previous video about the Dark States promo if you'd like. Please subscribe, comment, or leave a like. It would really help out and support my channel. Alright, bye-bye. Thank you.